Good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be riding a Kawasaki Vulcan 400 Cruiser Classic bike and give you my verdict at the end. So if you're new here, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you can know every time we ride something that is for sale. So this is of course not a review of the bike, but just simply a ride out that I did to see whether I like the bike, whether this type of bike will be suited to my riding. I first tested it out actually in town to see how it handles in town. Where I've made a few mistakes, but yeah, it's to be expected because it was my very first time on a cruiser machine. Um, yeah, and so one of the things that I immediately love and actually fell in love with this bike or about this bike was the fact that it is actually really low down to the ground. It simply sounds amazing. It has enough power. And also the fact that whenever you stop and you switch the bike off, you can hear the exhausts popping as they are getting colder from all the heat which they have been exposed to from the exhaust gases coming from that beautiful sounding engine. Yes, guys, I think that's enough talking. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this bike, the sound of this bike as it tracks away. Okay, so how does it feel riding around in town with it? It's actually really quite comfortable riding around in town with it. And although I didn't really check the speed limit because I think that most of the time I was going over the speed limit because I was checking or thought that I was doing 60 kilometers the whole time, and then realized that no, I'm actually doing 100 kilometers an hour because it's in miles per hour. And one thing that I have to mention, that this specific bike that I'm riding is actually for sale. The owner said that is if he can get somebody to give him the right amount, he will let it go and he will give it to that person, because this bike has carried him quite far and it's very reliable bike. One thing that I have to mention though is while you're riding and you go on speeds above 100 kilometers an hour, the bike tends to vibrate a bit. So it vibrates just as much as my 250cc big boy TSR 250, and but it's actually nowhere near that bike, because this bike has loads more power than my bike, and it also is really a little bit more comfortable than my bike because of the big and wide seat which you are sitting on. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
I'm Danny.
I'm Jonathan.
Nice to meet you. How many times do you have to fill this up?
In 2 days.
Oh, okay. So every second day, it's where the level are right now.
Yeah. It come to the third day.
Oh, okay.
Third day.
Cool. So these birds are quite thirsty.
Yes. It's
Jeez.
dry. It's dry all over.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, you must have a nice day. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Keep well. Thank you. So I think it's time to get to the verdict and answer the question whether I would want to ride one of these or not. But first I want to mention the good, which I like actually about this bike, and actually the things that I hate about this bike. But first, the bad things, which is really just minor things. It vibrates. Yes, it vibrates, and sometimes it feels that it can throw your feet off the floorboards, and which actually I think is a minor thing that you just have to learn how to ride this bike in the proper way, which I have no skills for at this moment because this was actually my first time riding it. But yeah, and the nice thing about it, it's nice in light. It's comfortable, really comfortable to ride. It's a really enjoyable ride, and it doesn't eat away at your wallet when you've ridden for quite a while and have to fill up again. So would I get myself one of these? Would I want to ride one of these? Hell yes, because they simply amazing machines. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.